Last week on Conversations, the GMO foods were x-rayed. It was explosive.
If you produce the poison, you eat it in your country. And that's why almost all the exports of agricultural products into the EU from Nigeria are banned.
It was incisive.
Very safe for us. All living things, the DNA is same in all living things.
Above all, it was enlightening.
Even when you look at the research in the US, people are now leaning towards more organic foods.
Little wonder more is on the demand. Your demand will be satiated this Wednesday at 9 a.m. only on Conversations. Join us on the 23rd of February.
Commend the Air Force for strategic planning of putting most of this equipment in place.
Well done, boys, Senate commends operations against insurgents.
I pray that we play a more active role in mediation and consultations to prevent or resolve conflicts.
Good luck to democracy. Former President Jonathan gives pointers on efforts to promote credible and peaceful elections in the ECOWAS region. Also tonight, you will stay behind bars for now. Court declines DCP Abba Kyari's bail application. Good evening, this is NTA Network News and we are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Kenan Ima Abudike. Michael Olaleya is in our Lagos studio while Dibabari Siedomanweke is in Port Harcourt. Welcome. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website nta.ng/live and on YouTube channel NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page NTA Network News, Twitter at NTA News Now, and Instagram NTA Network for updates. Let's start from the National Assembly, where the Chairman, Senate Committee on Nigerian Air Force, Bala Ibn Na'ala, has restated the commitment of the Senate to support the Nigerian military to achieve the mandate of ending insurgency within the shortest possible time, as promised by President Muhammadu Buhari. This was during oversight to the headquarters of the Nigerian Air Force. John Yaku reports.
The oversight essentially is to assess the utilization of the 2021 supplementary budget approved by the National Assembly to enable security agencies tackle insecurity in some parts of the country. The committee seems to be impressed with the successes recorded by the Nigerian Air Force.
With what I have seen again, I think I will commend the Air Force for strategic planning of putting most of this equipment in place within the period that I have seen. We are not unaware of the challenges we face in the procurement process because most of these things are not on shelves for pickup. They have to follow order, production, and then delivery.
Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Oladayo Amao, acknowledged the support from the National Assembly and pledged to do more with executive and legislative collaboration.
And the NAV has enjoyed 100% appropriation performance in the year 2021, and we appreciate if the same can be replicated in the year 2022. We also request early releases of such appropriation, and we felt the National Assembly should be able to assist us in doing that.
The committee is expected to visit other commands of Nigerian Air Force across the nation for more interactions. In Abuja, John Yaku, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Federal Ministry of Finance has told the House of Representatives Joint Committee that legal issues are responsible for the delay in the implementation of the e-customs policy. The project was meant to ensure complete automation of every aspect of customs administration. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
Averagely, the sum of 8.810 billion American dollar will be generated yearly from the implementation of the project.
The idea to fully automate administration of the Nigeria Customs Service was conceived in 2017. The implementation, however, is yet to commence. The House of Representatives invited stakeholders to know reasons for the delay despite award of the contract for the e-customs modernization project.
Parliament has a responsibility to ensure that the government institutions are adequately equipped and properly guided to effectively deliver on their mandates.
The pending cases are impeding the commencement of the e-custom project. In order to pave way for the takeoff of the project, the Ministry is liaising with the Office of the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation to ensure that the arbitration is speedily concluded.
Adani Mega System Limited should have been facing charges of criminal misrepresentation, not trying to claim a right that they never had ab initio. It is also a matter of breach of agreement, which demonstrates their lack of integrity, capacity, and competency to deliver on such an important project to the Nigerian economy.
This intervention hopes to have all obstacles resolved. Meanwhile, the House Committee on Public Accounts is engaging some ministries, departments, and agencies of governments to address huge revenue loss in oil and gas free zone, as contained in the reports from the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
And worried by the threat that resurgence of military takeover poses to democracy in the West African sub-region, the ECOWAS Council of the Wise says it will scale up its mediation and conflict management role in order to address the trend. At the opening session of a two-day strategic retreat and planning workshop in Lagos, Chairman of the Council and former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan notes that efforts to promote credible and peaceful elections must be given priority attention. Adeni Taiwo reports.
Within the space of 2 years, resurgence of military takeovers in West African sub-region have led to 3 coups in Mali, Guinea and Burkina Faso, while Niger Republic and Guinea-Bissau experienced attempted coups. As a key mediation organ of the ECOWAS peace and security architecture, the ECOWAS Council of the Wise has a crucial responsibility to lead peace efforts and engage in preventive diplomacy that can promote democracy and good governance in the sub-region. Addressing the opening session of a 2-day strategic retreat and planning workshop of the Council in Lagos, former Nigerian President and Chairman of the Council, Goodluck Jonathan, says the organ must review its mandate and come up with a functional work plan that can restore peace and constitutionality in troubled member nations.
What the prevailing tense socio-political situation in our sub-region tells us is that our task as members of the Council of the Wise is challenging, requiring that we play a more active role in mediation and consultations to prevent or resolve conflicts. The Council should also be in a position to catalyze engagement processes that will deepen the roots of democracy in the sub-region by promoting credible and peaceful elections.
We are working hard to support member states to initiate and implement important institutional reform, especially around governance architecture.
Among others, the retreat will focus on emerging threats to peace and security, political processes, as well as preventive diplomacy built around early warning systems. In Lagos, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
Now, the United Kingdom will provide £10 million funding support for Nigeria's energy transition. Victor Azur reports that the UK Minister for Africa, Latin America and the Caribbean, Vicky Ford, also announced reparation of more than £200,000 awarded by a British court in compensation to Nigeria.
Nigeria and the United Kingdom have a long-standing symbolic relations rooted in colonial affiliation, trade and the bond in Commonwealth of Nations. And so with the 21st century realities which make it possibly desirable to reinvent partnerships, the two countries utilize every opportunity, such as this meeting, to advance their ties on economy and human development.
I will be meeting with some of the regional governors that the UK has been working with on girls' education. Over 8 million girls in Nigeria currently going to school because of support from the people of the UK and the UK government. And to have a strong future for our country, you need to include all the people of the country.
The relationship has been, as always, really strong and getting stronger all the time, and we're looking to also increase the cooperation in the economic field as well. I mean, COVID has also created a lot of economic challenges for us in the area of, and also even in the area of climate change.
The United Kingdom and Nigeria are also concerned on peace in West Africa, and that is why Nigeria explained that it is making sure that the G5 Sahel succeed towards improving security and peace in the sub-region. Usman Aliyu, NTA News.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says a clear, workable implementation strategy is key for the nation to overcome the challenges of weak local governance structure and its attendant effect. He said this while inaugurating a senior executive course 44 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPISS, Kuru. Alessa Batu Kaye Andrew reports.
Inaugurating the Senior Executive Course 44, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo represented, says the strong desire of federal government to make life comfortable for all informed the decision of this year's theme, strengthening local governance in Nigeria, challenges, options and opportunity. As a result, he urged participants to critically examine the existence and functionality of local governance structure in Nigeria, with a view to bringing out recommendations that will be implemented for better results.
It is comprehensively packaged to equip you for strategic thoughts and leadership and critical thinking towards making Nigeria a far better society.
The course is specially designed to ensure full and active participation through individual exercises.
Messages of goodwill came from the Tanzanian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Dr. Benson Alfred Bana, the country chosen for a tour of participants.
This institution is capable enough and well positioned to produce individuals to be able to drive the African agenda.
It is up to us now to put our acts together and commit to what is expected of us.
We are ready both physically and mentally to be here for the next 10 months to give
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo later inaugurated the Professor Habu Galadima Sports Complex in the Institute. In Jos, Alisa Batukai Andrew, NTA News.
The federal government will soon launch a national sensitization campaign against the growing incidence of money rituals, which is targeted at women and girls in the country. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed disclosed this when he paid a visit to the corporate headquarters of Media Trust, owners of Daily Trust newspapers in Abuja. Anthony Forsen reports.
For the Information and Culture Minister, his visit to the corporate headquarters of Daily Trust is more of a homecoming, and so using the platform to call on the media to join the national awareness to draw attention to the ritual murder scourge is apt.
Please permit me to reiterate the fact that this administration continues to regard the media as an indispensable partner and also believes that a vibrant media is a prerequisite to the success of any democracy. Gentlemen, our visit today is coming at a time of great concern across the country over the rising cases of ritual murders by unscrupulous people, most of them very young, who are seeking to get rich at all costs. We have therefore decided to use this opportunity to begin the process of raising national awareness on this scourge. Implore the Daily Trust and indeed all media organizations to join the campaign against the scourge.
To this end, the minister stated that government will not be forced to bend backwards in its quest to regulate the social media.
Call it social media regulations or whatever, no serious nation today will allow its social media space to be suffused with dangerous content. As we said many times, we have no intention to stifle the media or constrict the social media space, but will not relent in our efforts to ensure a responsible use of the social media. Many have also blamed Nollywood for featuring money rituals in some of its movies, saying this has negatively influenced the vulnerable youth.
When taking on the state of the nation, Lai Mohammed said, Nigeria today, he said, is better than it was in 2015.
You see, it amazes me when even the media says the government is doing so much, we don't hear anything. And I've been to ask myself, is it that they don't want to hear? Or they don't want to listen? Or they just have tuned their stations permanently to a negative channel? I'll tell you why I say this. This administration in particular has devised so many platforms to bring to Nigerians what the government is doing.
The minister, however, inspected the Trust Television studio in Abuja. Anthony Forson, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has appealed to nations, institutions and bodies, both private and public, to return Nigeria's artifacts in their possession. In a statement, the president welcomed the official handover of the Okwoko and the head of an Oba of Benin bronzes to the Oba of Benin, His Royal Highness Oba Eware II. The artifacts were repatriated from the University of Cambridge and the University of Aberdeen, respectively, in the United Kingdom after 125 years of their leaving the territory of present-day Nigeria. Urging other countries to take a cue from the institutions, the president assured that the federal government will pursue the repatriation of Nigerian artifacts vigorously. He pledged that government would ensure that they are put to good and proper use on their return in museums and other facilities in conjunction with the royal families and kingdoms that lost these artifacts. He thanked the government of the United Kingdom and the institutions that facilitated the return of these artifacts by issuing the prerequisite export permits to Nigeria at no cost. And talking politics, it has come to the notice of the presidency that some interest groups are cashing in on what they consider as delay in the signing of the electoral bill into law by the president to foment civil disorder. A statement by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, indicates that the president has a window of 30 days within which to sign the bill or decline assent after it had been transmitted to him by the National Assembly. It is on record that the amended bill was sent to the presidency on January 31, 2022, which means that the executive could do due diligence on it till March 1, as prescribed by the Constitution. A proposed legislation that has to do with the electoral fortunes of the country needs to be thoroughly scrutinized. Therefore, those playing cheap politics with it should hold their peace, knowing that the right thing will be done within the lawful time. In the meantime, the All Progressives Congress has agreed to hold its national convention on March 26, 2022, as against the earlier date of February 26, 2022. The decision was taken during the CECPC 20th meeting at the Buhari House, National Secretariat of the party. Salihu Gwalara reports.
There was anxiety amongst party faithful awaiting the position of the Governor Mala Buni-led APC CECPC on the earlier proposed date to hold national convention. The meeting of the caretaker committee, which lasted about 4 hours behind closed doors, resolved as follows.
We have agreed and approved. The convention's activities commenced on the 24th of February and will terminate at Eagle Square of National Convention on the 26th of March. In between the convention, we have agreed to have zonal congresses.
In the schedule of activities ahead of the National Convention, publication of zonal committees will be on Thursday, 24th February 2022, and zonal congresses will hold on Saturday, 12th March 2022. Publication of National Convention subcommittees will be on Monday, 28 February 2022. Series of forms will commence Wednesday, 9th March to Friday, 11th March 2022. Saturday, 26th March 2022 will be the date for the National Convention to hold at Eagle Square in the nation's capital. House, National Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress, Saliu Guanara, NTA News.
You're watching Network News on the NTA. Time for break. Do stay with us.
Oh, I see this collab where they shoot there. Blue scatter. Guy, give me small new number now.
Romance without finance now, annoyance. Better give me bullet.
Yeah, give me the number.
Oh, yeah, jot the number down. 005.
Where the complete number?
This one was so hot, like the blights are going to need juice, so just like juices.
Hey, oh yeah, give me last numbers.
My 5 password.
41 now, you owe me.
Oh yeah, 7650.
What's you? What's you? Smiley, hello, how are you? What's you? Guys, the first collab was on the trend, though.
Find your first. Choose a social data bundle that suits your style. Dial *777# Glow Unlimited.
The Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, invites stakeholders to a town hall meeting to highlight the achievements of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration in infrastructure development nationwide. The key sectors in focus at the town hall meeting are works and housing, power, and finance. The event is scheduled as follows. Date, Tuesday, 22nd of February, 2022. Venue, the Nigerian Air Force Conference Center along Banex Jabi Road, Abuja. Time, 10 a.m. Please note that all COVID-19 protocols will be fully observed. For further information, please call Samuel on 08088006035, Lucky on 08169858109.
Distinguished candidates, registration for UTME and DE into Nigerian tertiary institutions begins February 19 to March 26, 2022. Each candidate must create a profile using only one mobile phone number. To generate the profile code, simply send your NIN by SMS text to 55019 or 66019. A profile code of 10 characters and IBAS alert is received by the candidate for pre-registration checking. The profile code is presented to purchase the UTME and DE e-PIN. Registration fee is 3,500 naira for DE/UTME form, 500 naira for reading text, and 700 naira for CBT center charges. No other payment is required. Multiple registrations are not allowed. You can upgrade your UTME to DE at no cost. DE and UTME close same day, and there will be no date extension.
Enhancing academic excellence.
Introducing an all-time mega offer. Get over 50% discount in the Airtel Home Broadband mega offer. Buy a router for just 10,000 naira and get up to 240 gigabyte or a MiFi for 5,000 naira and get up to 125 gigabyte bonus data. More data, more you. Reliable home broadband by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Millions of Nigerians have received COVID-19 vaccine. I have taken my own. What about you? We have taken our own. What about you? I am strong and healthy. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We are strong and healthy. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go and get your job. The hospitals, churches, and the mosques. Go and get your job. Health centers, hurry up now. Don't be late. Go and get your job. Bye-bye, Corona. Bye-bye, Corona. Get your job. This message is brought to you by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA.
Not all washing powders are the same. Sunlight adds bursts of freshness to cleaning power to give you Sunlight 2-in-1 for sensational cleaning and freshness that lasts. Sunlight 2-in-1, sensational cleaning with burst after burst of freshness. Introducing Sunlight with luxurious oud fragrance.
Welcome back. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and our YouTube channel, NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page, NTA Network News, Twitter at NTA News Now, and Instagram, NTA Network for updates. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has declined the request by Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP Abba Kyari, to order the federal government to release him from the custody of the NDLEA. Rather, the court ordered the Ambassador Kyari to put the federal government on notice of the suit he instituted against it. The suspended DCP had dragged the federal government before the court, challenging his continued detention by NDLEA, an agency of the federal government. Kaduna State Police Command has fought bandit attack in Kurubenkare village in Chiku local government area along Kaduna-Abuja highway. In a statement, the spokesperson of the Kaduna ASP Mohammed said police acted on credible intelligence that large number of armed bandits carrying sophisticated weapons were sighted along that corridor. They were suspected to be on highness mission to an identified location. Therefore, police from Category Division mobilized and repelled the bandits, forcing them to abandon their mission. Police recovered AK-47 rifle loaded with 10 rounds of live ammunition and general-purpose machine gun. Many bandits escaped with bullet wounds. The State Commissioner of Police, Modasiru Abdullahi, commended gallant officers for foiling the attack. Saka calmed the weary victims of the communal clashes between the Lunguda and Waja communities in Gombe State as the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA and Snap Care Foundation, a humanitarian organization, present relief package to them. Fatahia Awal Aba reports.
Denyuwar Jesu Gunkutu and Tsogo communities in Balanga local government area of Gombe State are still recovering from the aftermath of the recent and last year's violent clashes with their neighboring Waja communities. And therefore, the relief package brought in by NEMA and Snap Care Foundation won't have come at a better time. The assorted food grains, cooking oil and utensils, as well as mattresses, will no doubt give them a side of relief.
We are urging the good people of this community to form a distribution committee so that they will distribute the items to the right beneficiaries.
Government cannot do it alone. It takes other NGOs like humanitarian NGOs to come in.
When this incident took place, we became despaired. We were so hopeless, thinking we have been abandoned by everybody.
I feel like it seems that I'm going to heaven today because of the joyness. If I say thank you, the thank you will be small. Only may the Almighty God bless them. Give you long life and prosperity.
Over 1,000 victims of the violent clashes benefited from the kind gesture. Fatia Walabba, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Borno State government has presented food and non-food items to 868 internally displaced persons affected by fire incident at Kalare Mona Al-Badawi camp over the weekend in Maiduguri. Abubakar Musa reports.
Last Friday will surely remain an unforgettable day for IDPs of Muna Al-Badawi camp, considering the fire incident that occurred, leading to loss of lives and injuries, as well as destruction of properties. This necessitated the presentation of these relief materials to victims of the fire incident following an assessment of damages carried out earlier towards ameliorating sufferings of the people.
Since the incidents occur, we've been here trying to launch massive rescue operations. I appeal to them, since very soon they are going back to their ancestral homes. Before they go back, they will at least adhere to the sensitization that we give them.
We got instruction from the Director General, Alhaji Mustafa Habib Ahmed, that we should immediately mobilize our staff to come and give them the food.
After a symbolic presentation, the remaining items were handed over to 27 leaders residing in the camp for onward distribution to the 868 victims of the conflict. Muna Al-Badawi camp currently has a population of 59,000 IDPs who are from 9 local governments of northern and central Borno senatorial zones. In Maiduguri, Abubakar Musa, NTA News.
The Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority has launched a Safe X-ray application which aims at protecting lives and environment in the use of modern X-ray technology. Uche Ugochukwu reports.
Irrespective of its harmful effects, radiation is unavoidable for patients with certain ailments like cancer. But worrisome is the state of the equipment and safety on health.
60 years. Both the age and the X-ray head are quite old in many cases. It is important that radiation safety standards are adhered to in order to optimize doses to the patients, workers, and the general public.
Senior managers of hospitals and medical centers in Nigeria gather in Abuja for a 2-day workshop on the protection of patients and the public against radiation. This Nigerian Nuclear Regulatory Authority NNRA Safe X-ray application launched is another strategy developed to ensure safety.
Emphasis has been placed on patient safety with the popular Do No Harm magazine.
The safety and security of nuclear and radioactive sources is currently guaranteed through an effective regulatory control program.
At the end of the 2 days, these senior managers are expected to come up with recommendations for improved administration and handling of the harmful effects of radiation in the country. Uche Ugochukwu, NTA News.
There are plans to certify and standardize operations of articulated truck drivers in Nigeria with emphasis on developing skills to meet global demands. This was the reason for the visit of the management of National Board for Technical Education to NTA headquarters in Abuja. Charles Alpha reports.
The demand for truck drivers, report says, is on the rise globally. And with such demands and prospects in Nigeria comes the need to identify, develop and regulate the mode of operations. Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris Bugaje, in realization of this goal was in NTA to seek collaboration.
We have developed what we call national occupational standards for articulated vehicle drivers so that we can get young Nigerians to be trained on heavy truck driving because there are a lot of skill gaps globally. And we are confident if NTA can key into the skills development agenda, we are going to make tremendous progress.
For the Director General of NTA, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, skills rather than just degrees give additional edge. He availed his visitors several platforms on the NTA to tell their stories.
You have skills. That is where you become relevant to the needs of the society. So we'll do everything we can, to support the aims and objectives of the National Board for Technical Education.
The National Operational Standard Qualification for Articulated Vehicle Drivers is expected to be flagged off this week in Abuja. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
Let's now join Michael in our Lagos studio for more reports on network news. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Kene. With a fast-growing youth population and increasing smartphone penetration, Nigeria's take in online commerce and financial technology is becoming increasingly strong. Despite this impressive stride into the digital space, Nigeria is yet to capture its full digital economic potential. Adini Taiwo reports that experts are calling for more digital adoption by deepening penetration at the grassroots and making strategic investments in digital solutions startups.
Aware of the enormous potential in the digital space,
Nigeria, like other global economies, is leveraging ICT to advance its economic development on many fronts. As at now, e-commerce spending in Nigeria is estimated at $12 billion and is projected to reach $75 billion in revenue per annum by 2025. Nigeria is also ranked 34th out of 50 on the list of emerging markets in digital readiness by Market Logistics Index. Experts say improving on the numbers and making them count for better domestic innovation is however dependent on how much premium is placed on local content, especially in the area of patronizing homegrown technologies.
We have a lot of creative content in Nigeria, so awareness and empowerment is important.
We have to start embracing what we produce, and by the time we start doing that, you'll discover that those products, those people developing those products, will improve.
While applauding the federal government for signing off on the 5G network, they called on relevant authorities to galvanize the digital ecosystem by shifting attention from regulations to strategic investment that can guarantee mass production of digital solutions for domestic and foreign adoption.
You hear about OPE raising $4 and something million. You hear about FloraWave. They have advanced to a stage, but those had not reached that stage. And until you reach that advanced stage, the funders from foreign countries will not pay attention to you.
Technology should not reside in the data center. We need to take it out of the data center and put it in the hands of the people.
Steady improvement in digital literacy and connectivity is expected to close digital gaps in the country and bring more people into the ecosystem, while local ownership of technologies that protect crucial data will serve to boost stakeholders' confidence in the nation's digital economy space. In Lagos, Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
The Nigerian health sector is witnessing a transformation that is leading it to an enviable pedestal globally. This is evident with the launch of an exclusive 3-day international standard complete body screening and wellness program by the Duchess International Hospital in collaboration with Marriott Hotel. Hingino John Adams gives us details.
Sitting in the heart of Lagos mainland, Ikeja is a facility that is set up to reverse the narrative about medical tourism among Nigerians. The Duchess International Hospital, a one-stop shop medical outfit equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, is also a hotspot that will attract traffic from people around the globe as it introduces the Duchess Royal Medical Checkup, a 3-day comprehensive and full body medical assessment and clinical evaluation in the environment and comfort of the Duchess Royal Suites.
Being well is about having your health checked.
This is one end of a spectrum of services that we offer aimed at screening, early detection of disease, and prevention of long-term chronic disease.
The master plan is a US-European style of total body health screening, which experts believe will bring back home the best brains working in other countries to uplift the Nigerian health sector.
It is worrisome that regular checkups or annual physical examination have become a significant component of that medical tourism. This institution, this facility, can take care of what majority of us go out there to do.
I believe that with a facility of this nature and with the array of services that they render, that will save Nigerians a lot of foreign exchange if we actually decide to make use of this facility, because it is world class.
This development is expected to impact positively on the health and financial sector as medical tourism will be redirected to Nigeria. In Lagos, Hinginu John Adams, NTA News.
Don't forget, you can follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on YouTube at NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page at NTA Network News, Twitter handle at NTA News Now, and on Instagram at NTA Network for updates. It's time for our break, and when we return, the news continues with Kene in Abuja. Please stay.
Stress you, call them, then they accessible. Yes, customer care where they on point. You no go regret when you try, of course. Profitable investment, everything is just a blend. If you don't want it good for you, my guy, make you choose premium pension today. Make that switch to premium pension. Premium pension, make that switch to premium pension.
Join over 700,000 satisfied members and enjoy the premium experience at our offices across the 36 states in Nigeria, including the FCT. Call 094615-700-704 to make the switch today. Premium pension. Active today, premium tomorrow.
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. It's great value. It protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems, which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
To the right. Mila, you go to the left.
Thank you for the rejections. That taught me to keep striving. Thank you for the long hours. That taught me discipline. Thank you for the knockdowns. That taught me to bounce back. And for the unexpected victories, that taught me to never give up.
Please welcome Dr. GC.
Thank you for making me who I am.
Any short, sharp pain is usually the first sign of sensitivity. The likelihood is the condition's probably going to get worse if you do nothing about it. I recommend Sensodyne. It actually goes inside the tooth and helps calm down the nerve right where we need it to act. Sensodyne is a brand that I know works.
Dear, I'll take care of it. How do you manage to keep your fabric so white? And how do you manage to keep your house this clean?
I always use Hypo to make our white clothes whiter and to keep our home clean and germ-free.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your home free of illness causing viruses and germs with the disinfecting power of Hypo Bleach.
1, 2, 3.
It's a new dawn. Whoever you are, wherever you are, we will always be there for you. This is what fair banking is all about. So, wouldn't you rather fair banking for all? Fair
Welcome back. We're now bringing you business news with Benny Adams. Benny, tell us, how has the market opened in the week?
Well, thank you, Kenneth. The market is in green, but details of that shortly. Welcome to business. We'll start by telling you that Nigeria is set to expand her diversification agenda with the inclusion of more geographical indications as part of products for exports, ranging from agri-commodities to handicrafts and industrial products.
Nigeria has a strategic ambition to position itself as a major supply chain partner to key off-taker nations. Geographical indications will play a major role in helping Nigerian producers generate greater value for their products.
That is why we brought our product for it to gain recognitions into the GI list. And I believe our product has all it takes to excel.
And on the energy market, oil prices fell on Monday as a plan for U.S. President Joe Biden and Russia's Vladimir Putin to hold a summit on the Ukraine crisis and on prospects of a nuclear deal between Iran and world powers in the next week or two. Brent crude futures fell 73 cents to $92.81 after having jumped $1 more to $95 in early trade, its highest level since Wednesday. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures similarly fell 52 cents to $90.55 a barrel after having a high of $92.93. And on the capital markets, investors gained 50.35 billion naira as the all share index inched up 0.20% to open the week positive. Market capitalization appreciated to 25.4 trillion naira from 25.3 trillion naira in the last session. 421.4 million shares exchanged hands in 5,961 deals valued at 4.2 billion naira. Transcap, Zenith Bank, and United Capital dominated the activity chart at the end of the day's transaction. Zenith Bank and MTN Nigeria topped market value list. That is business news, but network news continues with the Barbary in Port Harcourt.
Thank you, Benny. Senator Magnus Abe has challenged Ogoni people to get actively involved in the electioneering processes towards ensuring that the right people get elected in the 2023 general elections. Kingsley Amaji reports.
Senator Abe was in Krokrotai, in Tai local government area, where he went to pay a thank you visit to the Supreme Council of Ogoni traditional rulers for conferring on him a chieftaincy title.
I want to say that I am the only person that I know that is being honored just out of sheer love that you all have for me, because I do not think that I have done anything to deserve the kind of love and support that you have all given to me. You should not be partisan, and you have not been partisan. 2023, Nigeria will have general elections. That election will be an opportunity for Nigerians, which includes all of us that are gathered here today in these premises, to look around us and forge a new way forward.
And pray that Magnus, God from Ogoni, God from Rivers State, God from Nigeria should be able to help you.
Amen. Thereafter, he met with the people of Ogoni, where he challenged them to be actively involved in the political process by ensuring they register, get their PVC, and vote in the next general election.
If you do not take advantage of this opportunity to choose a government that will serve you, to choose a government that will be afraid of you, not a government that you will be afraid of, to choose a government that will place your rights, your feelings.
Senator Abe, who is a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC, also told his supporters that he is going round the state as he continues his consultations ahead of the 2023 general elections. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
The gradual progress recorded in ongoing federal road projects in Rivers State is eliciting positive response from commuters who describe investment in road as a turning point for economic revitalization in the state. Robinson Dratadi has an update of the road projects in Rivers State.
There are 3 strategic road projects running into billions of naira funded by the federal government in Rivers State. These include the 38-kilometer dual carriage Bodo Boni Road, which has been completed fully from the starting point up to the Alpha Creek Bridge, measuring 500 meters long. Over 31% of the entire project has been completed.
Presently in Bonny Island, they are doing protection of petroleum pipelines, which is a major work that has to be done before the construction, any construction activity can take place.
Meanwhile, there is Section 4 of the Port Harcourt-Enugu 8-lane dual carriage road, covering 9 kilometers, have been completed. However, motorists are calling on the government to also complete the Abia State section of the project.
The road we have from Port Harcourt to this junction to Imo Gate, we have a nice road, 4-lane. The federal government should extend this to Aba.
Contractors handling the East-West road are putting finishing touch on the 2 lanes from Eleme, including Choba Bridge, down to Emua Junction, which is about 90% completed. But the Eleme to One axis is still begging for attention.
From that Eleme Junction to One, that's where we normally have problem, which is not motorable.
All of these projects are built to be completed latest 2023. From Bodo in Rivers State, Robinson Derateide, NTA News.
We are done here. Network News will continue with Kenny right after the break.
There's a drop of goodness in everyone. Share goodness with someone today. Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
Ibrahim, to the right. Mila, you go to the left. Just gotta do it.
Thank you for the rejections. That taught me to keep striving. Thank you for the long hours. That taught me discipline. Thank you for the knockdowns. That taught me to bounce back. And for the unexpected victories, that taught me to never give up.
Please welcome Dr. HGC.
Thank you for making me who I am.
Why you they treat me like say I know important? You know the rate waiting I be to you. Clean me up, treat me well. No be just do the dump and go. You need to show me that you care. Oh yeah. Because no matter where you go, no matter how we be, I go always there for you. Anything where you drop or whatever you drink, oh, I cannot give it back for you. All I ask in return is that you treat me a little better. It's I go. Toilet cleaner. My hygiene now your own low. I go. Toilet cleaner. It's a win-win for me and you, so let me win more.
Nigerian Idol Season 7 already. The stage is set, and now it's time for you to impress.
Nigerian Idol Season 7, showing every Sunday on Africa Magic Urban and Family. Proudly sponsored by Biggie Drinks, Nigeria's favorite, and Binance. Exchange the world.
The death has occurred of Omekenye Thelma Cranstuna Azike. She was aged 90. Wife of late Amaluweze, Dr. Anyebuna Azike of Onitsha, passed away at North Wick Park Hospital, Harrow, England. She lived several years in Nigeria and was based in Onitsha, where she co-founded All Saints Primary School, Onitsha, in 1958. She engaged actively in community and village activities and was twice president of the Onitsha branch of Niger Wives. She will always be remembered for her contributions to the Onitsha society. Her funeral service will be held at All Saints Cathedral, Onitsha, on Saturday, 26 February 2022. She is survived by 7 children and several grandchildren and great-grandchildren. The death has also been announced in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, of Chief Samuel Adeniyi, the Ashiwaju of Omaron, the first indigenous principal of St. Paul's College, Wusasa Zaria, Kaduna State. A statement by Kufena, St. Paul's Old Boys Association, Spuba, reveals that Chief Samuel Adeniyi passed on to glory in Ilorin at the age of 97 after a brief illness. He is survived by his wife, Mrs. Maria Adeniyi, children, grandchildren, and many relations. The burial will take place in Omaron, Kwara State, between the 25th and 26th February 2022. Up next is weather report for Tuesday.
Glad to have you on Tuesday's Weather Focus. Satellite picture before me shows dust in suspension in the last 24 hours, which led to delay and cancellation of flight operation across the country. The country should be dry and dusty atmosphere, as you can see from the satellite picture, in good visibility, as moderate dust haze should be a prevailing weather condition from northern down to the inland cities of the south, with horizontal visibility range of 2 to 5 kilometers and localized visibility of less than or equals to 1,000 meters. Patches of clouds over the coastal belt of the country in the morning. Progressing into the afternoon, evening hours, slim prospects of thunderstorms activities are likely over Bayelsa, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom. From inland up to the northern region, will be in moderate dose haze throughout the forecast period. I remain Suleiman Gurin. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.
Do be a star with the NTA. Stand against rape and rapists. Thanks indeed for watching the NTA Network News tonight. I am Kenan Ima Abodike. Good night.